Welcome back to Retro Rats.
Today we are working on gas, our Moggy Miner.
It's a 1958 four-door Moggy Miner. It's got a 1100 engine block with the 948 gearbox. But that's irrelevant to what we're doing today. So we're going to have a go at the radiator.
And we're taking you with us.
So this is gas, and you haven't seen gas for a little while because we did a funeral run for a local event, and that's when I discovered that where gas was losing the water, and gas was losing the water through the seal broke round there. But if I take you down here, her radiator's not overly the best. It's not the worst, it's not overly the best. So we're going to take it out. It may be fixable. Someone may be able to reseal that. Even when I move it, you can see there's movement in that joint, so I don't know. So what I've got, come join me over here, is I've got a second-hand radiator that I bought. Now it does have a bit of damage down here, which I'm a little bit concerned about, but I think that's just in the fins. It's not in the water line, it's just in the fins. But the rest of it, for, you know, the second-hand radiator, it's in pretty good condition. So I'm overly pleased with it, to be honest. And back in the day, when these were mainstream on the road, what would you have done if your radiator was faulty? You would have gone up to the local scrappy and you would have poured bits out. So that's what we're doing today. Do you agree with that? In the day, keeping these on the road, it would have gone
Scrappies.
Local scrappy and would have poured one out. And
Tell you what, I do miss our local scrappy.
yeah.
Used to go around and pick bits up and
Well, it's not exactly local. Our favourite one was Challow, Haynes of Challow.
Haynes of Challow. And what was good about that is if I used to go in, they used to go, oh yeah, you can have that for like really
£5.
cheap. Yeah, £5.
Ira,
If Chloe went in, oh I don't know.
nobody likes me.
Nah,
There you go.
they used to put the price up.
Hmm.
It's quite funny.
So anyway, it's too much hassle for us today to take the front off, because I do believe to take the front off, you've got to undo the bumper, you've got to undo that, there's some bolts, and we lift the whole front off, and I don't want to do that because all we need to access is that bolt, and we're going to hope that this other one lines up, because the other one is slightly shorter. But I have checked them and it's only the top piece is shorter, so today will be a learning curve as whether the shorter one fits in the later one. And before you say it, you say, why are you not putting a brand new radiator in? It's a classic car, spend some money on it. Well,
Trying to keep it as original as possible.
well, that wasn't what I was going to say. And the main reason is because we spent so much money already this year. We're in June I now know when this is being recorded. But we spend more than half our wages on the vehicles.
Yeah.
So, and money's not going to be cheap, obviously. Not easily earned is what I mean, not coming cheap.
Especially when my contract at work's coming to an end.
And Peggy's contract comes to an end very shortly, so we may be even tighter on budget. So to keep these classics on the road, you've got to be like the old days. So let's give it a go. I did intend to catch most of the water, but that didn't happen because before I got a chance to get the bucket underneath, if I just show you down there, oh dear. So that should be like that and inserted into the radiator. But as soon as I touch the pipe, there he is. So I think that was my original leak, because occasionally I would find it running along that chassis leg and I couldn't find where it was coming from, because when I looked back down, he'd cooled down and it was all looking hunky-dory in there. It wasn't wet like it is now. But yes, I think that's probably my initial fault rather than in there, but that is still leaking. So we're going to get this radiator out now. It's just 2 screws this side, well I should bolts this side, 2 bolts that side. Let's get him out and let's see how bad he was. And before I turn the camera off, just want to show you that the pipes are not inverted, they're not damaged, they're fairly okay. In the future, yes, it would be a good idea for me and Peggy to change it. Don't know if you get made in the UK ones anymore, but yeah, that's unusual to see. But they're undone. Let's get the radiator out.
Oh.
So I've tried to explain to Peggy that this is before metric, but Peggy still found a 13 that fits. Me on the other hand, I've got a 5/16, I think that is, or a quarter British Standard. So it's a 3/16 Whitworth, quarter British Standard. So Imperial, obviously, all in the news at the moment. Wrong end. And that fits. So that is the quarter Whitworth. So would these have been Whitworth? We want righty tighty, lefty loosey. So I don't know if they would have been Whitworth. Anyway, that's enough of us screwing around. We're going to get this radiator out. Fins weren't very good, were they? Look at them now. Let's check them out. But there. What the hell? Oh, look at him, he cracked.
Yeah.
He cracked, see?
I can't, your film's in the way, that's it.
Yeah, we'll move back to his camera back. Yeah, that's proper. He cracked all the way along, look.
Yeah.
He's been leaking for some time, hasn't he? To be fair, the bottom looks the same, doesn't it?
Yeah, bottom does look the same.
So the only thing now is whether the screws line up for that second-hand radiator. So there's no point getting this radiator restored because
no.
he's scrapped. He's cracked all the way around. He's finito. I need that. Someone obviously had some go at it. What happened there probably is they've drained it at some point to do a change and cross-threaded it. So then they put a pipe over it and bunged it up. But yeah, that's definitely the initial fault. That's where the coolant was going. So the scraps pile in. Do the screws line up?
Well,
the top ones do.
I can say the top ones I can see, but I can't see the bottom one on this side because obviously it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks the same.
He does look the same.
They sold us that as a short nose.
Wow,
But
unless he
to
already had a
me-
short nose in there.
To me, that pretty much looks the same. So I've just got to line the bottom screws up. But I was worried about whether it would line up.
Yeah.
It pretty much looks the same as what I took out. Actually, I'm going to put them side by side.
Let's have a look.
They're the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, the same. So I was worried all the time that this was the wrong one,
And it's actually the right
and
one.
it's actually the right one, which is what put me off the job. But now we're here.
Right, let's get this, put this back in.
Let's hope this one pressurises up and behaves itself. Really got to give it to the mechanics of the 50s, because even though that's just a simple 4-bolt system, getting it lined up is a bit of a faff. But I've done my side and Peggy's just doing her side up.
Trying to.
Yeah, doing good. So we've put the green overflow pipe back on. We're now going to feed over this pipe. There he goes. He's happy, he's gone back straight on. And we've got the Jubilee clip here. So try and make sure he feeds down.
You had 2 Jubilee clips because you gave me that one too.
Yeah, that's the one off of the top one.
Okay.
So he's pinched right up to there, so that pipe goes there, so there's plenty of rubber over there. So we're going to put the Jubilee clip down. People would say, you could use a new Jubilee clip. Yeah, we can. But today, and this Jubilee clip isn't rusty, so today we're going to put him back where he was originally, and that's about there. I'm going to tilt it there so I can easily get my screwdriver on it. So it's just a case of binding the screwdriver. So it says we want 1 part to 3 parts, possibly 1 to 2 for really winter, but alright. We got our funnel ready. Glug, 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 glug. Nearly. Do a bit more light, please.
There's water coming out.
We have a leak.
And it's blue. So it's our blue stuff. Where's that coming from? It's coming out over here. It's this side. This corner, that's where it seems to be coming from, but it's all the way, it's all the lower bit.
Yeah, running across.
So it's running across. So unfortunately, I was.
The radiator's got a hole in it. Look.
Yeah. So that radiator is no good.
The radiator's scrap.
Which means.
The radiator's got a hole in it. We did such a good job, but the radiator's got a hole in it. It's scrap. And that's why it's sat looking nice in someone's garage for 25 years. There we go. I was looking forward to driving this today. I think we did an amazing job.
Yeah, and disappointingly, the radiator itself
Being the right size.
didn't do the job. But yeah, as you're saying, being the right size and everything, it was really good. And the fact that we knew we had all the actual tools needed was another good thing.
So the only way forward
Is I now need to contact the show that we're meant to be going in with this next week and see if we can take Faith instead as a show van instead of a show car.
Don't see that happening myself.
I'll send photos. I'm sure they would say, oh yeah, come along.
Oh dear. So, on that note, Gas was really looking forward to going for a drive. I've even got to the stage where I've been dreaming about driving this Moggy Miner again. The new radiator, I have looked, for this particular model, from, is it MMOC, the Morris Minor Owners Club.
Is that the stainless steel one?
Well, it's made by the original castings. It's around about £189 delivered.
Yeah, I can see somebody asking for that for their anniversary present.
That's ages away.
Might have to have it early.
Yeah. So, we tried.
We did.
We know how the new one fits.
We do.
If we're going to order a new radiator, we're asking for 4 new bolts as well, I think. Cause,
Yeah.
you know, they supply every nut and bolt.
And we want the small nose one.
No.
Right, whatever it was. Was this one that fitted? You
Yeah,
said it was
yeah. I know. The guy who advertised it as a short one, but it's
a
not.
short. Okay.
So there we go. What a shame. What a shame. I will keep this radiator. I'm not ashamed of this radiator because the actual inlet and outlet are in very good order.
Can you get the fins redone?
Yeah, you can get it recooled, what they call recooled. So
So you never know, we could still use the same radiator.
so this radiator could be recooled. So it might be, we'll have a look to see if it's more viable to get this radiator redone. So for now, we're taking it back out. So that we could get ready to post it off. And because I think that's going to be the option, as I think now we know this
I'm
radiator.
put some water down as well where the coolant's landed.
Yeah, because obviously we didn't plan on that. So so yeah, we're taking the radiator back out, and we're going to look at the options we've got of getting it repaired, replaced. Because obviously this second-hand radiator, as we just said, is in much better condition than the one we took out. It's exactly the same size. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Just what a bloody shame it had a hole in the middle. So just a footnote before we do go, because we said we're going. So here's the radiator now removed, and here's the culprit. So yeah, gonna get it recalled, which will last then another lovely 30 odd years. So we found a company, haven't we, Peggy?
Yeah, I have.
We've sent them
A message.
a message, let's hope. And they'll take all of this out and put a nice fresh bit in. And then we can go motoring.
Oh well.
Oh well. There's no time for next week's show. We have to contact the organisers.
Yeah, I'll contact them and see if we can get our van in instead.
Gas won't live again. See you on the next one, people. Thanks for joining us.
And stay safe.
Stay retro. And have a better week than I've been, because I've spent 4 days in bed after coming out of hospital with kidney problems. So
She had a kidney infection and a water infection.
yeah. So people
So
will be
really,
yelling.
she shouldn't be still up doing this.
I needed to work on something. But my back is aching now, so
So's mine.
time to get this out and then rest. See you on the next one.